Oh, good morning, team. Oh, good evening. Oh, hold on. I just need to check something. Hello, Pond.
Yes, hello, how are you?
Did I get really drunk last night and declare myself Pope again?
Yes,
Oh.
it was awesome. Everyone is like, it's so crazy, it might work. Genius!
It just might be crazy enough to work. Walrus is going to be so bad, though.
I mean, I know I'd back your claim to the throne, Fuentes.
Well, yeah, the weird. That's one of the weird directions they've gone into. Like, how do we contain all the up and coming Zoomers in the alt right? Put them in the Catholic Church. And weird thing is, it's actually kind of working.
Weird, dude.
Well, all I'm saying, like, all of a sudden, there's this resurgence in the you've got these certain elements like Mr. Fuentes telling you to join the Catholic Church, and at the same time, the Pope is making these sounds that seem to indicate that he is about to declare homosexuality to no longer be a sin under Catholicism.
Did you know Biden is also a Catholic? What a coincidence.
Well, there we go. Like, the deal has been sealed.
What a coincidence! I am...
Well, no bull. I'm not even joking when I say this. The fucking Pope Francis, even among traditional Catholics, and far be it for me to defend them.
Oh, he's come the closest to creating a schism in hundreds of years. Yeah.
Yeah, he literally sucks on migrant toes, and he said fucking like and Catholics are like natural allies or some shit.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, so the Catholic Church has been thoroughly infiltrated. There is a phenomenon known as conversos. If you actually, and which is like, pretending to be of the Catholic faith. I think a good portion of a good portion of the bishops that actually do the voting. They vote for a pope every time they got to pick a new one. Good portion of those.
Interesting.
Archbishops.
Very
Yeah.
interesting, that.
And like it always goes with their kind, like they're always top heavy. So like, there isn't like a parish priest wandering around with a big hook nose. No, whenever the Jews infiltrate a power structure, they always somehow magically end up near the top.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how that works. Yeah, Cardinals, says name redacted. A lot of the Cardinals are Jewish. And, so there you go. So now you've got history's most gay-friendly pope kissing the feet of niggas, and they're about to say that anal sex is just A-OK in the eyes of the Lord. So what's going to be interesting there is this actually going to cause a schism? Will there be an anti-pope?
It's not sodomy as long as you love each other, right?
I say...
Oh no!
Yeah.
That's the angle they're gonna fucking take too.
I say Michael Jones should declare himself anti-pope. I vote for EMJ as anti-pope when the schism gets kicked off.
Maybe, but he also thinks that like Africa would look the same as Europe with more Christianity.
Well, yeah, I know.
Gee, where have I heard that take before?
Look, Ian Michael Jones is still a Catholic, so like having really stupid ideas about being able to uplift is just baked into the cake. I'm sorry, you just like it's the Catholic Church. You got to work with the material you have in your hands, right?
Dude, I'm trying to be nice here.
I went to Catholic school.
We
when I was
can't
young.
completely remove the retardism, or it wouldn't be Catholicism anymore.
We all think it, but you just go out and say it. Yeah, no. Believe me, I knew the Catholic Church was ever since I learned about the Plessy orphans.
No, Jesus Christ.
Ooh, I don't know that. What's that about?
Well, anyway, look, seeing as I'm literally going to like found my own religion now, apparently, you know, I can be as rude about the Catholic Church as I like. I mean, I'm a rival. I'm a religious rival now.
Okay, what are the sins in our new religion here?
Well, don't be gay. Like literally,
Yeah.
rule
Obviously.
one. Rule one will actually be rule one.
No pooftas.
Yeah.
Yeah, no poofters.
How do you feel about emus?
I have no strong feelings about emus. I do have strong
Oh,
feelings
you let
about.
them in, aren't you?
I do have strong feelings about Americans recycling retarded memes that weren't right to begin with.
What about magpies? How you feel about those?
Magpies. Magpies
Okay,
are an
Chris-
abomination in the eyes of God.
Okay, serious question, Rand. How do you feel about kookaburras?
Kookaburras are cool. Have you seen
think they're cool,
Have you seen the kookaburra that was too fat to fly? He looks so proud of
Oh,
himself.
too many sausages.
Oh, we
No, I
actually
have
we
not.
looked into that.
I have
Actually,
not seen that.
that actually had a that actually had a happy ending. Let's go look it up. Fat kookaburra.
That
Too
whole stable
fat
of
to
bitches.
fly. And it's the photo. It's the cheekiest kangaroo. I mean, cheekiest kookaburra you've ever seen. I mean, and they're all cheeky. Just look it up. That I found out the story. It is actually a girl, and they called her Mama Cass
Oh, that's adorable.
because she
Did he
likes
choke on a
eating.
sandwich?
Well, that was the thing because she'd hang around this picnic area, and people would just feed her lots and lots of sausages. And this being back in the late 90s or whatever, you could get away with like calling a big fat loud bird a Mama Cass. But that is an incredibly cheeky kookaburra. Just look at that.
That
It's like,
is
yeah,
adorable.
I ate all the sausages. Yeah.
Look at that face.
That is adorable.
But yeah, so this ended up having a happy story. Now this is actually old though, so like it's like the natural lifespan of a kookaburra. Mama Cass is statistically speaking probably no longer with us any longer, but she did live a full life.
Died fat and happy.
Well, so here's the story. So the initial story that most people who are familiar with this know. Sausage-addicted kookaburra, too fat to fly. Story summary: bird became fat on barbecue handouts, too fat to escape mauling by dogs. She weighed a whopping 540 kilograms. So that's over half a kilogram. That's pretty heavy for a boyd. Too many tasty sausages almost killed this kookaburra. But health worries weren't the threat. She became so obese from barbecue handouts she could not fly when attacked by dogs in a Mossman Park. After weighing at 540 kilograms, 540 kilograms, big bird, 540 grams, 40% heavier than a typical adult bird, the kookaburra had been sent to bird boot camp to shed weight, prompting Taronga Zoo to warn that we are killing our wildlife with kindness. Yeah, so that's a thing. So it did get attacked by a dog. When she was handed over to the Taronga Zoo, she had a broken wing. But I looked into it, and I'll see if I can actually pull the story
Well, the fact
up.
that the dog didn't completely kill her and eat her, saying something.
Well, I think people were there, so they rushed her to the vet. That's right, Mama Cass. I wasn't kidding. That's what they called her. Oh, 2010. Okay, but yeah, like this is 10 years ago. So like, they actually got away with calling her Mama Cass in 2010. Far out. Maybe it was too obscure.
it's
It was too
adorable.
obscure a reference for the people who complain about stuff to put it together. That's,
Yeah, probably.
yeah. After being handed over to the Taronga Zoo to be put on a little bit of bird boot camp and also have a wing reset, we had a happy ending here. Mama Cass, a kookaburra too fat to fly because of sausage handouts, is now light enough to once again take to the air, thanks to a fitness regime at Sydney's Taronga Zoo. The Daily Telegraph said it was only a 15-metre flight straight to the nearest tree branch, but it was enough to put a smile on the face of the zoo's bird boot camp trainer, Gemma Watkinson. More than 2 weeks of dieting and exercise at the zoo had seen Mama Cass's weight drop from 546 grams, 40% heavier than normal, to a far more sleek 446 grams yesterday. The kookaburra, which Taronga named not only for her hefty frame, but also because she had quite a set of lungs on her, has been rescued from Sydney Park after she was chased by dogs. We first thought she'd been hurt, had broken a bone from flying into a window or something. Oh, wait, so she didn't even have a broken wing. They thought she had a broken wing because she couldn't fly. But after x-rays, we realised she was just far too fat to fly.
Faking it.
And escaped the dogs, and we think people had been feeding her sausages or mince every day. Miss Watson said reducing Mama Cass's weight was a real challenge. I had to chase her to get her to move. She refused to exercise.
Reminds me of that big fat cat that was like in the pool on the treadmill. They played,
Yes,
like,
the big
Bee Gees.
fat. That's right. Yeah, they literally had to. I might as well play. Do you remember the name of the
Play
cat?
that. Oh, I don't. But Bee Gees cat.
Yeah.
It might do it.
I'll just try cat water treadmill.
Yeah. It's an awesome.
Oh, that's right. They set it to the
There
Staying
he
Alive
is.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look how big a boy he is from the front. That is a big
Jeez.
boy.
He wide.
He wide.
wide.
That boy wide. Wow. Carl said that. What's this? One of the trainers is literally an Antifa member. The weight loss trainer for this cat literally said, "We won't allow adoptions to fascists for this cat."
Why?
That's fine.
I just love cats.
You'll never be able to deny me cat access. I mean, that's why they're the honorary Aryans. Because,
Yeah.
when you look at who would do this? Only white
This
people
is,
and Japanese. Chinese wouldn't do it.
Well, they just eat them.
Chinese
the
would
Chinese-
literally just eat it.
Chinese would just eat it. And yeah, well, we know about black people and cats. Don't look that up, by the way. You'll see some stuff that's heartbreaking.
This explains why we babysit and other non-whites.
I remember way back in the streamy days, what was that guy Alex, the guy like usually just post trains, like he just had 24/7 stream of trains. I liked him, and he eventually sort of cracked and went insane.
What, trains?
Oh, it's a long story. You had to be
Train
there.
spotter?
Well, just it started getting very esoteric.
Those guys get real autistic, and
It was
behind it.
absolute. It was Autism Manifest. Gentlemen, this is Autism Manifest. Now leaving the platform at 9:45 a.m.
Get your hand off my tism.
Get your hands off my tism! And you, sir, are you ready to receive my limp autism?
I see you know your therapy well.
You know your therapy well.
That was good.
Get your hands off of me. Now I've completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, no, I remember. So like he'd play trains 24/7 when he wasn't actively on the stream. So sort of like a proto. I think he said he got the idea off me because I was doing like a proto Skeksis thing where like I'd go to work, so I'd queue up like 9 hours worth of stuff to play and just stream it, and watch my own stream at work. So he started doing that with trains, but I remember once he was when he was actually doing a show, he played this clip. This is terrible. These two it's like they're mugging it up for the camera, because they got their cell phone out. And they do the most f***ing evil thing. There's one is like patting this stray cat, and it's like a little kitten.
Oh yes, I've seen this.
To distract it, and then like the cat's like it's got his tail up, he's all happy, he's getting a pat from somebody, and then the just to distract the cat while the other runs up and does a football kickoff on it.
Yeah.
And it goes flying into the side of a building, and it's obvious it's dead, and it bounces off the building. And then the two just turn to the camera and fucking howl with laughter, because that's funny to them.
Yeah, all non-whites do that to animals. It's sick.
Yeah, it's like...
I mean, you've seen that Philippine shit where they, crucify cats and shit for Easter or whatever, right?
No, that's how
And then people wonder why I don't care anymore.
yeah, no, I
They're
wanted
divided.
to have a Texas road party right there, like, and
They're pretty much
Truck anchors.
they're pretty much delighted by violence. It's not the cat per se; it's the violence that
Oh,
they're
the
delighted by.
Mexicans
yeah,
do the same
they're just
shit.
they're just delighted by violence in general, and like
Yeah.
I don't care who it is either. Like they'll
Nope.
laugh at their own getting up. In fact, like
Hell
well,
yeah.
statistically speaking, they do most of the.
Don't get
themselves.
me into the Chinese video. Oh, God.
Oh no, there's some bad stuff. I remember like before Gavin McInnes put a dildo up his. He used to write for Tacky Mag, and I remember this article he wrote about the Chinese. You know what? This is actually good content. Let me see if I can find the article that Gavin McInnes wrote about the Chinese.
Good idea.
Let's try Tacky Mag Gavin Chinese. It's got this story there about one of the things they do to animals. It's wait, this isn't it.
Let's not
Jorge
do an animal
Montojo,
abuse thing.
Chinese
But
tribulation.
please, that's...
I haven't read Tacky Mag for a while. They're not bad. They come out with some fairly spicy takes. In fact, I'd forgotten. They mentioned the talk at the I think the second debate that Biden did with Trump. Are you familiar with what the talk is?
Are you talking about? I remember seeing like some vague news bullshit on it because my parents watch TV.
Girls.
Are you talking about where they
boys
talk
with
about some people are just so racist that they'll deprive you of opportunity because they're racist?
Yeah, it's this completely fictionalized.
What's wrong with
It's this completely fictionalized story. I don't know how to index these stories. I just want the one Gavin wrote about the Chinese. All right, we'll get to that in a minute. So I got Tacky Mag, The Talk, White Edition. Yeah, so it's this fictional talk that apparently every single black parent has to have with their child and tell them like,
Oh,
"Day
white people
racists
be
out there,
racist,
white
yeah.
people be racist."
I've seen comics about that.
So in response, and this is, oh man, we're going back a while. April the 5th, 2012, John Derbyshire wrote the Talk non-black edition
he's
for
alright.
Tacky Mag, and he then got completely canned. I think he was working for, what's that fake right-wing magazine that's like now been completely co-opted. It's
Going to
like
have
run
to
by
be a little
cunt.
more specific.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to be more.
Breitbart.
It wasn't Breitbart. I don't think.
That's one of them. Was this a British one? Derbyshire
Daily
was
Wire?
British.
Oh,
Guardian.
the Guardian. No, I can't remember what he got fired from. Hang on, let me.
There's plenty.
Why don't I just look up?
Let's be real.
What happens if I go John Derbyshire fired? You'll know the name of the outlet when I dig it up. National Review. Yeah, he got fired from the National Review. And look at this shit. Racist rant gets John Derbyshire fired from National Review. Well, let's have a read of his racist rant then. Now, just think of what sort of connotations does the phrase "racist rant" sum up? You know, it makes you think of someone being completely unhinged, just going like.
Not to me. It just means somebody telling the truth.
I'm gonna take a wild guess here and say that he was completely milquetoast.
Well,
I don't
this
think he
does
is.
have. Well, this was in 2012. Like, here's the thing. Like, this really rustled some jimmies. They actually wanted to take down Tacky's magazine.
Was this black kids not being able to recognize themselves in a mirror?
Well, yeah, like
their
literally can't
Something like
pass the some literally can't pass the mirror test, which is incredible.
Oh, have you seen the what was it? Have you seen the one where like a bunch of niggas go up to a like a monkey in the zoo and start screaming,
Dad, Daddy, yeah, no, I saw that.
Stop it!
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the white woman teacher
Yeah.
who's like, trying to stop it, Daddy. Yeah, they actually did that.
Because he's in
He's like-
jail, and that's all
Yeah,
they
he's
know.
he's in jail. That's how they recognize him.
I found the article you wanted. By
You know,
the
like
way.
the ape's like, I ain't paying child support for all these kids.
That ain't my kid.
Oh, thank you,
Shit.
Pondle. Yes, we'll do that. We'll do that one next. But let me just grab that. But I'll do the talk non-black version. I've actually been meaning to do this for about a week since it got mentioned during the debates. Now, the actual The Talk, it's a completely made up, fictionalized thing that's like some reporter wrote.
Some mulatto.
Yeah, and it's probably was it. Well, it's probably fat too. You know, like we'll just go off stereotypes. Really big fat mulatto. But The Talk is actually bull. Like this doesn't happen. Like they don't just all right, Jamal, sit down. You're 13. It's time for you to learn about how Day Whitey racist. Well, you know that they do end up with that impression, but it's not. There is no formalized talk about it. But John Derbyshire decided that turnabout's fair play, so he wrote The Talk, non-black edition. You're going to like this, I think. Let's see if it holds.
Derbyshire's alright.
It's been 8 years. Let's see if it holds up. I used to listen to John Derbyshire all
he's
the
good.
time. He still does his podcast thing. He is actually too milk toast for my taste now.
Is he?
He also loves, and he
shit.
married. He unfortunately for John Derbyshire, the Asians were the hardest part, and he has a Chinese wife and Chinese kids. All right. There is much talk about The Talk. Sean O'Reilly was only 16 when his mother gave him The Talk that most black parents give their teenage sons. Denisa R. Superville of the Hackensack, New Jersey Record tells us. Let's have a look. Let's see if we were right. Is it a big fat mulatto? Oh, this story's not trending right.
no.
Oh. Well, how about
Let's
that?
assume it
How about
was.
that? Your bullshit article, Shaniqua, is no longer available on the internet. But John Derbyshire's response is, let's see if we can still find a picture of this. I'm going to be so disappointed if she's not actually a big fat black woman.
Black at any rate.
Well, she black. Oh my god. Oh no, she's she got she got AOC mouth. That's oh wow. Well, she ain't fat, but that really is something. Oof.
She will be.
Jesus.
With a face like that, she f***ing will be.
Part donkey.
Wait for it.
No, it's pure.
No, it's not pure. It's too
I'm
light for
Mr.
that.
Red.
That is true, actually. Yeah, like I shouldn't compare to horses. Horses work hard.
Yeah, it might be mulatto as well. Your redacted is right.
And you can actually carry a conversation with a horse better than you can.
Yeah, all you have to do is like just put some peanut butter on the lips of a horse, and you'll have a better conversation.
Horses have been known for loyalty, so
Holy shit. Meanwhile, down in Atlanta, her sons were 12 and 8 when Marilyn Tillman realized it was time for her to have The Talk. Gracie Bonds Staples writes in the Fort Worth Star Telegram. Sounds like we got another.
alright, yeah.
Sounds like we got
Tangent.
another person to look up here. Let's see what delights come up when we punch
Well, that was two
this
last
one.
names, so
Gracie Bonds. Yeah.
oh, good lord.
Holy shit.
Kind of Confederate
What
flag.
the Oh, it's gone.
Oh no.
But actually, this looks like it might have been fairly based. Black writer, sanitizing history is no answer. So I guess she was actually saying, like, this would have been back
You
in the
don't have
day.
history now.
No, you remember, was that Dylan Roof went and shot up a church or something, and that was used as the excuse to, like, get rid of all the Confederate icons?
Yeah.
This was probably written in reaction to that. Like, there's... they always do have the... You know,
How come all
the
this
quote
Stacey
unquote based
Abrams
black
shit
that says stuff like that, but you know, I'm sure like a scorpion, I'm sure that article had a sting in its tail. What is interesting
Could
is
you, um,
what is
could you
interesting
pull up
is
her
that like
photo again real quick?
apparently what these people are writing is not very important, because I'm trying to find their articles 8 years later, and they don't exist anymore.
Well, yeah, of course. They were probably filled with some anti-white screed, and who's in charge decided. Yeah.
Yeah, well, look, all right, this up's over. We're not even going to bother to archive it.
Yeah, that's too bad optics, Goy.
Thank you, Negro. You've done your work. We're moving on to the next op.
Back to your pen, Sforza.
Yeah, but no, like, real quick, just pull up her fucking, picture again real quick.
Yeah.
Does that face not look like it should belong in some sort of fucking New Orleans, like, voodoo house?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Hey, you're right. That she would actually, if you cast her in a role, like, she would make a pretty good voodoo mama.
Yeah, that's what fucking stood out to me.
Yeah,
wise old voodoo mama.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I'm seeing it.
Wow, the Atlanta doesn't even have a picture on there anymore. She wrote for you. This is very disrespectful. The Atlanta Journal has cancelled a Negro. Look at this shit. They don't even have a picture on there as like a former writer. That's rude as fuck. Have you ever seen a Negro so mistreated as what the Atlanta Journal has done? Oh, Steak was speculating that Trump did not unfollow Bibi. Bibi blocked and unblocked Trump.
Yeah, that was TDS's take earlier.
Oh, was it? Oh,
I'm saying Twitter trick.
I'm saving Tedious for work tomorrow, so I can't spoil it for myself. All right. I mean, unless they uncharacteristically did the Merchant Minute on a Monday, then I'd play it. I always play the Merchant Minute when I can.
Oh, hey, before?
Yeah.
Shout out to Faust. Dude renewed my membership to TRS, and he didn't need to do that.
Nice.
Thanks, man.
Somebody gifted me one, too.
Have you gone and effort posted in Bang yet, Cook?
You
need to join your people. I mean, I'm telling you, you go on Bang. I think you'll find people who understand you.
Yeah, that's true. You should.
Wow.
Okay.
We almost made it through a single paragraph. I'm sorry, I just had to keep looking up Negroes. Gracie Bond Staples writes in the Fort Worth Star Telegram. Well, apparently she doesn't know more. I wonder what happens if I click on this link. Oh, no.
God, that's a lot of tabs.
Oh, no.
Look at this.
Who could have predicted this?
Cannot get black parents live in fear after .html.
Parents? Parents?
Oh my goodness!
Wait, is it on the Wayback Machine? I'm gonna cack my dacks if it's not. It's not. It's not even on the Wayback Machine. Ooh. Wow, that is one cancelled Negro. Cannot get black parents live in fear after .html. Holy shit. She gone. She gone. Not even the
right
Wayback Machine preserved the works of the Negro. Alright. Leonard Green talks about the talk in New York Post. Uh-oh.
Green, oh good.
Uh-oh. I have a feeling this is not going to be the same sort of face that...
Oh, there he is.
I accidentally found a kookaburra again. Mama Cass's sandwich ain't the same. I'm on the drug that killed River Phoenix. What's that? Leonard Green. Wait, that can't be the same Leonard Green. He definitely...
He's an inventor.
Inventor, aerodynamics engineer, held 200 patents, died in November 2000.
Be black.
I don't know who this guy is, but I already like the sound of this guy.
Oh, he must be a nigger, right?
200 patents? Definitely black. Yeah, no, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. Oh, we don't even get a picture here? Leonard Michael Green, born New York City, died in New York. Well, he was a New Yorker. He died at the age of 88.
Based.
Known for the aircraft stall warning device. He's the guy who literally invented that thing that shouts at you to pull up when you're pulling a Muhammad. You know that thing? Whoop whoop, yeah. Pull up. Whoop whoop, pull up. Yeah. Leonard Green invented that. All right. I don't think I'm gonna find the Leonard Green that I'm thinking of here. Then let's see if the link works. You know, if he's the link will probably actually work. Aha!
Oh, good.
So how come both Negroes don't have their articles anymore? But I click on a name that sounds suspiciously and I still get the article. Trayvon Martin tragedy brings focus to the talk for black parents by Leonard Green.
Unquestionably Jewish.
Oh God! Look what happened when I clicked on his name. The first article is a f***ing Jew swinging a chicken, and it's the last article he ever wrote. Look. Now, Leonard Green does look like an old black guy, but check this shit out. In 2015, the last article he ever wrote for the New York Post was talking about how animal rights are suing the Hasidics for doing Kaparot. And then he never wrote for the New York Post again.
They swing at chickens and don't let us fry them up.
Oh my God.
What an adventure.
We've found our third cancelled Negro. He talks about the Jews once, and then he's never published again.
That's about how it goes.
Holy shit! How much more bias confirmation am I going to get this morning? Like
Steven Spielberg's daughter, Michaela, says doing porn is a healing journey.
What?
It's a side story there.
Oh, okay. I have to know.
I think we've seen. Oh God, look at that creature.
By the way, there's no way that Steven Spielberg didn't f his black pet.
Well,
He's not biologically related to it, of course, but he adopted a Negro. Well, a half Negro.
Oh, he's so tall there.
She's a Marvin Gaye song come to life. Makia Spielberg is speaking out about appearing in porn, saying her work in the sex industry has been healing for her. The 24-year-old adopted daughter of legendary filmmaker Steven Spielberg, 73, and his actress wife, Kate Capshaw, 66, made headlines in February when she was jailed for domestic abuse following a clash with then fiancé and pro-dart player Chuck Pankow, who is 24 years her senior. She was a 50... Chuck Pankow has to be a...
She was the girl in
a 50-year-old...
Temple of Doom.
A 50-year-old a 24-year-old mulatto. How much...
Yeah.
Like... Alright.
Yeah. If it's in porn, it's probably...
No.
Well, he's a professional darts player. So this guy... this guy's in his 50s. He was a... 22, 23-year-old. Oh no! This was in February, so it's, 24.
Well, he's a celebrity.
Yeah, he's just
successful.
He's just Steven Spielberg's pet Negro, half his age. Yeah, no, that's cool. No problems there. That's not a good.
Look at that picture.
Oh, there he is with her. Yeah, no, this looks like a healthy couple. Like this relationship's built to last.
I'm
Jesus
getting actually
Christ.
nauseous now.
Yeah, that is something, isn't it? Hang on. Let me make it worse. There we go. Oh, Francisco says she looks 50, to be fair.
Well, black don't crack. You know?
Jesus Christ.
That's one ugly. Oof.
By the way, that's why they all get their hair did, because that's all natural black hair right there.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to touch it.
That's the thing. Like, nobody actually does. I don't know where they got the fucking idea that people want to touch hair. Nobody wants to touch hair.
They're projecting.
Yeah, they are. It's literally a projection. They've made into existence a stereotype that literally does not exist. Nobody wants to touch hair.
Yeah, close it. Like, I'm not even joking when I say this. Like, I've been out with a couple girlfriends, right? And they wanted to touch my fucking hair and run their hands through it and whatnot, and it's like...
Oh, if girls like you, though.
That's something... Yeah, that's something that white people do.
To grab the back of your head, or...
No one... Shut up, Sergio.
Grabbing him by the scruff of the neck and throwing him out and saying, this is the worst Tinder match ever.
Let's do it the other way.
Just kidding. Just teasing. Wow, what a fucking rabbit hole. Alright, I have to... I'm getting nowhere with doing this talk, am I? No, but I have to know more about Steven Spielberg's adopted daughter. Then fiance and pro dart player Chuck Pankow, who is 24 years her senior. But love is love, right? So that doesn't matter. The charges were later dropped after successfully completing court-ordered counseling sessions. The news of her arrest came several days after the public learned that she'd launched a career as an independent photographer on the internet. Why is she whitewashing herself?
It's cultural appropriation.
She's trying to be as white as she can. Think about that, right? So here she is, like, you know, she's pretty much going full here with her partner, who's like literally twice her age. But when she performs pornography, she tries to be as white as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. What up with that? But yeah, that is absolutely a fucking wig. Like, sorry, darling, that does not turn into that. All right, that's a weave.
Yeah.
Are you wearing weave?
Yeah.
That's a straight up wig.
That's
It's
a
not
wig,
even a
yeah.
weave.
Yeah, but it's just funnier to say weave with black people. I get my hair done, I got my weave.
Or what?
We
like,
need a weave.
This is a cultural appropriation of white hair.
You know,
When they do.
where so many hair extensions that the sewerage actually gets blocked in like black areas of town.
Well, they
Because,
get
like,
them tumbleweaves.
yeah, because they literally have tumbleweaves, but they drop so much of this artificial hair in the toilet that it actually causes like block-ups in the local sewage. Not even
How to use
kidding.
toilets. Shocking.
Well, apparently they found some purpose for toilets. It's for sticking their fucking hair extensions. Jesus Christ.
Dude, I hope this deep throats a stick of dynamite.
Well, apparently she's having a lot of fun doing this, Cook. Let's.
God.
So let's.
I don't believe that for a second.
Well,
so
this
free
is
and
That's a
this
cope.
is what she says publicly. Look, nobody's happy
Cope.
with porn.
Cope!
It is a cope, but let's read the cope though. This is, let's take her at her word. Producing solo videos of her erotic performances from her home in Nashville, Tennessee. Steven Spielberg lives in Tennessee?
Yeah, that's wherever he wants. Isn't he?
Oh, I bet she... Wait, hang on. Why would your adopted Negro daughter, as soon as she can move out from your... I'm going to assume that Steven Spielberg, like, lives in a mansion in California somewhere, right? Why would you, as soon as you had the age of... As soon as you were of age of... What do they call it? You know, when you hit 18, you're an adult now, you can make decisions. Age of majority or whatever. As soon as you hit the age of majority, you move out of your adopted father's mansion and move all the way to Tennessee. Why would you do that? Is there some particular reason she moved as far away from dad as she could as soon as she could?
Daddy
Herb on her.
Creepy?
Yeah.
I bet Creepy G her.
Yeah.
Oh, Steven Spielberg was when she was 12.
Oh yeah.
I don't have any evidence, but my
Look at her face.
gut feeling says.
We have all circumstance. We have all the evidence that we
There's a
need
lot
to
of
fucking
circumstantial evidence.
You know what I find really attractive is a woman with a nose half the width of her face with nickel-sized nostrils.
Steven Spielberg on the phone to Epstein. No, sorry. Look, I'm not going out to have dinner. I've ordered in. Yeah, the only problem with your hairless cheese pizza is it ended up growing a Brillo pad.
Oh,
This is terrible.
oh, I felt that.
That's why they order the hot dogs.
Oh, no. Well, she's been ordering some hot dogs. In a new interview with the Daily Beast, the adult webcam actress said her work has been life-affirming. I felt like I had not done the work I needed to do on myself and on my relationship. I will be dead within a year, she said.
She.
Melinda Spielberg shared her new blonde look as Mika Sugar on ManyVids.com. Don't do it, team. It's No Nut November.
Well, in the first
Well,
place,
there's
there are a
another
lot
tangent.
better things to do it to.
There's another tangent about Phil Collins. Impotent. Didn't bathe for months.
Shlomo says, "Wait, isn't this a trans?" No. Spielberg would have sent it back if it was if the product wasn't what he ordered. Spielberg has previously been open about her struggles with anxiety, depression, substance abuse. All right, so she is black and finding herself on the brink of homelessness. Yeah, okay, definitely black. How do you find
Definitely
yourself?
black and definitely
Daddy's rich.
sexually abused.
So, Daddy, once the toy grew up, Spielberg didn't even feel like giving her a couple of shekels so she could stay in an apartment.
Did it for
Jesus,
Of course not.
what a stingy like. Once he was done. Oh
God,
dear,
is that her?
actually, yeah, that's her with her father.
She bleached her skin, didn't she?
Have a look on. Take a look at Spielberg's face.
Yeah,
Look at the way he's
Yeah.
looking at her. Look at the fucking way he's looking at her.
I f***ed this thing.
I f***ed this, and nobody
Yeah.
can do anything about it.
Yep, look at her face.
Wait, does the background literally say whip between Spielberg and the...
Ah! That's a good yeah,
Holy shit!
I
Whip.
think
So,
I'm gonna use this
Whip
it's a cover.
at least,
Show's
we
over.
have
Stream's
no, at
over.
least-
I'm not going to be able to do better than that.
no, Aaron,
Bob Fishburne.
Aaron,
It
at
does
least,
look like Eric
at least we
Andre.
got at least we have the title of her biography, 12 Years Old and Slave.
12 years old. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I needed to get that one out.
But
Holy shit.
That was worth it.
You know, I should just hit the button when I don't have any content more often. Look at the amazing we end up finding when we just
Yep.
it's like welcome to the petrol hour. I'm just gonna scroll around on the internet. Oh, look what we got.
Open it up to Lawrence.
Wondrous rabbit holes.
Oh, her poor rabbit hole though, having to fit a whole two in there when she's only 12.
Oof.
Oh, that's it. I don't know if have I crossed the line already. Or...
Nah, there's no line.
What line?
Look, at least no humans were hurt in this scenario. This-
Yeah.
No humans were hurt in the making of this post.
I'm a terrible person.
No, you're fine.
Reps for her iconic E.T. and Schindler's List director dad have yet to respond to requests for comment. Tell us about your Negro. Why won't you give her some money? However, earlier this year, she claimed her high-profile parents were intrigued by her new career path and expressed hopes that they would be proud of how she bounced back from a drinking problem that almost took her life a couple of times after she turned 21. Yeah, okay. You turn 21 and all of a sudden you're a full-blown alcoholic that almost kills yourself?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm buying it. I actually think that once they see how far I've come from the bottom I was at a year and a half ago, they're going to look at this and go, wow, we actually raised a really self-assured young lady, she said in February. My safety has always been the number one priority for them. I'm not doing this out of an urge to hurt anyone or to be spiteful or...
Says the spiteful mutant.
It says the spiteful Negro. 8 months and one global COVID-19 pandemic later.
Oh, good.
I'm in the middle... I don't know why that came out English. I'm in the middle of a healing journey, Spielberg told the Daily Beast. About 2 years ago, I was at my work. The aspiring professional exotic dancer also talked about refining her work on adult content platforms ManyVids, which she maintains is online and dance only, and not full service, though she did not elaborate on what's included in her partial service channel. Full disclosure, online fans reported it involves full nudity and various sex toys. I've learned that I do not enjoy hardcore content personally, she explained. Whatever you decide to make is your decision, but I enjoy soft content and passion content. Oh dear. This picture. What is there to say about this that we haven't already said? And Spielberg, like, that is the most amazing side profile nose.
He is so
both of
mugging.
those
He's
noses.
so flexing.
Jesus
Meanwhile,
Christ.
she's like, she's making that face. If only you know how bad it really was.
Yeah, does that sort of look like a sort of terror rictus more than a smile?
Yeah.
It looks like a really awkward smile. It's like, yeah, that's fine.
Jesus.
It's
my
my molester.
Pained. It's pained.
I feel like we need to arrest Steven Spielberg right now, and he asks on what charge, and we just show him this picture. You know.
Yeah.
Why. You
Look at him mugging.
Yep.
know why.
Look at this. Look at this I'm getting away with.
Yeah, no, that's the.
That's all the. They
why-
know what they did.
That's why they always have that smile, because they know what they did. We should arrest him for ET.
Ah!
Yeah, there's more. Yeah, let's be fair. There's more than one reason to arrest Steven Spielberg. You know,
Oh
like,
yeah.
look, we'll just stuff him in the back of the van, and when he asks why, we'll say we're working on it. Don't worry, you'll be presented with a big list. The biracial millennial also spoke to issues concerning the nation right now, particularly racism and human rights. Because you really want to hear about that porn star. Tell me more about racism and human rights, you literal whore. Adding that the housing crisis needs to be tackled, speaking from personal experiences. I'm sorry, aren't you the adopted daughter of Steven Spielberg?
We're the richest in the country. Yeah.
Like the America's most famous Hollywood producer couldn't like spot you for your apartment bill. What the Steven? You ruined her life. The least you can do is like put her in a studio apartment. You cheap.
It's always these half black with their mulatto, the most uppity retards. You know?
Just think about just how consistently evil you have to be. Like,
Yeah.
you ruined her life. Like, she would have literally had a better life if she was just left in the Congo. And then once you're done her, once she's not fun anymore because she's an adult, you just turf her out and like she's like homeless because you can't even put her up for an apartment. You cheap, disgusting, evil.
Well, you see, Red, there's this mystical thing called Tikkun Olam. We're making the world a better place.
Yeah, healing the world, one crying 12-year-old black at a time.
Of course, Goy. Glad you understand.
One set of holes at a time.
We're making a God world.
Growing up with two white parents, she said. Oh! I'm gonna go fucking Super Saiyan. You've got to be f***ing kidding me, New York Post. You did your keyboard burst into flames when you typed this in? Growing up with two white parents?
I'm pretty pissed too. to be
Jesus Christ!
honest. I'm pretty pissed too.
Wow, you can't blame a half being a retard.
Right there.
My X button broke.
Like, I don't know if I can continue.
My
Like, I don't-
end button broke.
What? How can you come back from that?
You
Growing
can't.
up with two white parents. The sheer goal of it.
Opinion disregard.
Alright, I feel better now. That is breathtaking. That is breathtaking. Did you think you could sneak that in, New York Post?
Just totally racial conscious person saying, "Yeah, my parents are white."
But like, who is this
Biggest
sentence? Who is this sentence for? This sentence wasn't
For
written
normie.
for. Yeah, it's for the eternal slumbering normie. Steven Spielberg.
Liberals and conservatives.
Now, is Steven Spielberg? Maybe he himself has occasionally mentioned that he's.
No.
Do you think Steven Spielberg has mentioned once or twice?
No, he's totally white, right?
Yeah, you remember?
Right?
He's a fellow white.
I don't know whether people have heard of this because it was a while ago. I think it would have been in like 2004 or 2005. Do you remember that guy got arrested for trying to break into Steven Spielberg's mansion? He had what the police literally described it. What he had on him, the police described as a homosexual kit. This guy was literally doing that thing. That John Travolta played that character, the fanatic, in that film. Yes, last year.
Yeah.
This guy was literally that guy was literally doing the bit IRL. He'd been writing love letters to Steven Spielberg, and he tried to come into contact with him a couple of times, and eventually he just broke into Steven Spielberg's mansion and got detained by security. So obviously Steven Spielberg's actually got a couple of his own private spooks. Yeah, broke into his mansion, got detained by security and arrested by the police, and he had a homosexual kit on him. Now, from memory, this contained, including but not limited to 2 rolls of duct tape, what do you call zip ties? Yeah, ties and duct tape, and I don't know. Apparently, he wasn't going to do all the work himself because I think he had a dildo or something.
What makes that homosexual exactly? Isn't that just a
because he was going to tie up and butt. He was going to tie up and butt Steven Spielberg.
Oh, too bad.
Right, people will think I'm making this up. I'm not. Let me try.
I remember that.
Spielberg.
I need some more.
Stalker arrested. Declared a danger. Spielberg stalker gets sentence of 25 years. Holy shit. Who the f*** gets a 25-year prison sentence, guys?
Someone who threatens.
Yes! You can...
Interesting.
That shot that white kid in the head is probably only going to get 7 or 8 years in prison.
Pedophiles that multiple kids get 7 years.
This guy broke into Spielberg's house with some duct tape and he gets 25 years. Nobody gets 25 years in prison.
His life is over.
So interesting. How very interesting.
Let's see. Charged with 1 count of felony stalking. 1 count of felony stalking. 25 years. Oh, police have testified that Norman was carrying handcuffs. Let's have a look at the... I bet they don't call it a homosexual rape kit anymore. Oh, 1998! Wow, this was a while ago. That was before Spielberg destroyed the Twin Towers.
Well, that was Silverberg, but close enough.
Police testified that Norman was carrying handcuffs, duct tape, and a box cutter at the time of his arrest. They said his car contained 2 more sets of handcuffs, razor blades, items prosecutor Rhonda Saunders called a rape kit. Okay, they sanitized it, because at the time they called it a homosexual kit. Authorities also found a notebook stuffed with photos of Spielberg, his wife, actress Kate... Oh, and there's 7 children? Wait, how many of Spielberg's children are his own children? We already know he's got 1 adopted jungle bunny. There has to be at least another one, right? He didn't just have 6 kids and adopt 1 jungle bunny.
Maybe.
A police detective... you get tired after you Negro. What am I going to do with 2 of them? A police... Jesus Christ. This is actually in some ways the grossest stream I've ever done. I actually feel a bit bad about this. A police detective testified on Tuesday that Norman told him he was obsessed with Spielberg and wanted to rape him. Well, turnabout's fair play, right? Steven Spielberg was literally a Negro while this guy was trying to break into his mansion to Steven Spielberg.
Oh, he to death that little white girl, didn't he? back in the day.
What's
Yeah,
a what's
girl
the
from
what's a
Poltergeist.
4-letter word that all burglars fear? That's right.
Oh my
Simon.
goodness.
Inception.
This motherfucker really did the whole Fleece Johnson Boondocks bit, didn't he?
Jesus. Well, listen to this. Another police officer told the court that he had found a shopping list of sadomasochistic sex aids among the man's belongings. So they don't itemize it, but what do you think would prompt a police officer to say that the suspect had a shopping list of sadomasochistic sex aids? This guy, he broke into Steven Spielberg's house with duct tape, razor blades, box cutter, zip ties, and more than one dildo, and he still had more in the car. Was he planning to like abduct him and like take him somewhere? He wasn't satisfied with one, but he had more in the car. He was going to take Spielberg to the car and drive him somewhere. Oh,
Well, you know how we know this is legit, right?
So Francisco
No,
said he
just
was
think-
planning the best
just think-
weekend of his life. Oh well, don't hold your
Just think for a minute.
breath. Don't hold your breath for that movie. Weekend at Spielberg's. Okay.
No. Rand, just think for a minute. Right now, in some alternate future, Steven Spielberg has spent 20 years trapped in the Mexican jungle.
In the alternate timeline, Spielberg is he's just trapped in a cave somewhere, and his really hurts. Oh God! It's been 20 years, Norman, please.
It's like another show.
I'll never be able to get out of here and make Schindler's List 2. You know, Spielberg deserves to be raped by a homosexual maniac for 20 years for making Schindler's List.
He really does. He really does.
Just straight into the oven. That.
Oh, here's a quote from Spielberg, actually. I've had fans and I've had people who've been a little pushy before, but not people with handcuffs and duct tape and knives and maps to my home. I feel to this day that I am prey to this individual. So, Spielberg... Oh, he was actually shooting Saving Private Ryan at the time. So, yeah, Okay. So he was making another anti-white historical, ahistorical movie. Yeah, okay. You know what? I wish this guy had done it.
With Tom Hanks.
I wish Jonathan Norman got you, Spielberg. You know what? And your adopted Negro probably wishes that he got you too.
You know what? We've been searching up photos all day. Can we get a photo on Jonathan Norman?
All right. I have this feeling.
I think he's. I feel like he's.
You feel like that's but he had very high agency though.
Maybe he was one of the rare ones.
Mulatto then.
Oh no. Okay, that's a different one. But yeah, that's
Clearly, look at it here.
holy. There's another.
Ooh.
Wow, why are there so many named Jonathan Norman? Let's try Jonathan Justice Stalker.
Normal.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Ellen was
No!
there.
Look
Why
at
was
this!
Ellen
This
there?
motherfucker slaps you on the and says, "Spielberg, you're coming to my cage." What do you do? Holy
Costa.
Oh my god! It's a fucking ogre.
Spielberg!
Holy
It's
shit.
time for me to you in.
That really what even is
It's
that?
judgment time, Spielberg!
Le Ogre de la Americana?
Oh no! Oh my god! No!
Oh Lord, he coming! Spielberg, tonight I'm breaking into your house with duct tape. It's time. I'm changing my mind. This is the best stream I've ever done. Oh God, he's hang on. I'm gonna do this. I got a special message from Imam Samuel Haidia. Just give me a second.
Oh no, he keeps getting away with it.
Hang on, what's this? I'm not a Fed sent in 3 good boy points and sent us along here. World Truth videos, not white. Oh, this looks like one of my favourite types of things. Strap yourselves in, boys.
Whole picture of these. Oh, this guy.
Oh, it's buffering like hell. Hold on. We'll come back to that. I'll just let it buffer. Alright, so there is a talk that non-black Americans can have with their kids too. My own kids, now 19 and 16 and happer, have had it in bits and pieces as subtopics have arisen. If I were to assemble it in a single talk, it would look something like the following. Number 1. Among your fellow citizens are 40 million who identify as black and whom I shall refer to as black. The cumbersome and MLK non-compliant term African American seems to be in decline, thank goodness. Coloured and Negro are anarchisms. What you must call the N-word is used freely among blacks, but is taboo to non-blacks. 2. American blacks are descended from West African populations, with some white and Aboriginal American admixture. The overall average of non-African admixture is 20 to 25%. The admixture distribution is non-linear, though. It seems about 10% of the African American population is more than half European in ancestry. 3. Your own ancestry is mixed North European and Northeast Asian. Yeah, as I said, Derbyshire kids are Chinese. But blacks will take you to be white. 4. The default principle in everyday personal encounters is that as a fellow citizen with the same rights and obligations as yourself, any individual black is entitled to the same courtesies you would extend to a non-black citizen. So, he's Don Derbyshire, he's a conservative. This is basic good manners and good citizenship. In some unusual circumstances, however, this default principle should be overridden by considerations of personal safety. You're going to love what he considers to that. It's like when you see a chimp about to happen, like fucking turn around. As with any population of such a size, there is great variation amongst blacks in every human trait, except obviously the trait of identifying oneself as black. They come fat, thin, tall, short, dumb, smart, not so many of them, introverted, extroverted, honest, crooked, athletic, sedentary, fadicious, sloppy, amiable, and obnoxious. There are black geniuses, not many of them, and black morons, significantly more. There are black saints and black psychopaths. In a population of 40 million, you will find almost any human type.
Hold up.
Yeah, no, this is
hey, yo, hold up.
Look, this is conservatism here at work, Cook. We're reading conservatism.
No. Name a black saint. I'll wait.
Trayvon
St.
Martin.
Peter was black.
George Floyd.
Yeah, George Floyd. St. Floyd. St. Fentanyl.
Only at the far, far extremes of certain traits are there absences. There are, for example, no black field medal winners. While this is civilizationally consequential, it will not likely ever be important to you personally. Most people live and die without ever meeting or wishing to meet a Fields Medal winner. 6. As you go through life, however, you will experience an ever larger number of encounters with black Americans. Assuming your encounters are random, for example, not restricted to only black convicted murderers or black investment bankers, of which doesn't exist, the law of large numbers will inevitably kick in. You will observe that the means, the averages of many traits are very different for black and white Americans, as has been confirmed by methodical inquiries into the human sciences. He's doing the bell curve here. 7. Of most importance to your personal safety are the very different means for antisocial behaviour, which you will see reflected in, for instance, school disciplinary measures, political corruption, and criminal convictions.
You know, I can't really disagree with a lot of the stuff he was saying, except he was giving, very large leeway.
He is giving him an enormous leeway. Now, but here's the thing, like, this is incredibly milquetoast, like, so far.
Being very fair.
And they fucking...
Not controversial.
They shamed him they denounced him on the international stage for this article.
Derbyshire kind of red-pilled a lot of fucking people, to be fair.
Paramedics said, "Oh no, Pennsylvania flipped for Trump. Big truck." Yeah, but it doesn't matter if he has to win Pennsylvania, so he's
none of it matters.
He's not out of the woods yet. Matters. Don't get too excited. I'm still banking on BB and Biden. These differences are magnified by the hostility many blacks feel towards whites. Thus, while black-on-black behaviour is more antisocial in the average than it is for white-on-white behaviour, average black-on-white behaviour is a degree more antisocial yet. 9. A small cohort of blacks, in my experience about 5%, is ferociously hostile to whites and will go to great lengths to inconvenience or harm us. A much larger cohort of blacks, about half, will go along passively if the 5% take leadership in some event. They will do this out of racial solidarity, the natural willingness of most human beings to be led, and a vague sense that whites had it coming. 10. Thus, while always attentive to the particular qualities of individuals, on the many occasions where you have nothing to guide you but knowledge of these mean differences, use statistical common sense. 10a. Avoid concentrations of blacks not all known to you personally. 10b. Stay out of heavily black neighbourhoods. 10c. If planning a trip to a beach or amusement park at some date, find out whether it is likely to be swamped by blacks on that date. Neglect of that one got me the closest I have ever gotten to death by gunshot. Yeah, he literally almost got shot by a nigger once because there was a chimp out event. 10d. Do not attend events likely to draw a lot of blacks. 10e. If you are at some public event at which the number of blacks suddenly swells, leave as quickly as possible. 10f. Do not settle in a district or municipality run by black politicians. I mean, at the very least, your property values are going to plummet. 10g. Before voting for a black politician, scrutinise his or her character much more carefully than you would a white. That was one that really got him fucking jumping.
I suppose so.
10h. Do not act the good Samaritan to blacks in apparent distress, e.g. on the highway.
We've seen plenty of those stories.
Yep, we know about that one. 10i. If accosted by a strange black in the street, smile and say something polite, but keep moving.
Won't matter.
11. The mean intelligence of blacks is much lower than for whites. The least intelligent 10% of whites have IQs below 81. 40% of blacks have IQs that low. Only 1 black in 6 is more intelligent than the average white. 5 whites out of 6 are more intelligent than the average black. These differences show in every test of general cognitive ability that anyone of any race or nationality has yet been able to devise. They are reflected in countless everyday situations. Life is an IQ test. 12.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh boy. Life's hard, but it's harder if you're stupid. 12. There is a magnifying effect here, too, caused by affirmative action. In a pure meritocracy, there would be very low proportions of blacks in cognitively demanding jobs. Because of affirmative action, the proportions are higher. In government work, they are very high. Thus, in these encounters with strangers that involve cognitive engagement, ceteris paribus? My Latin's not so good. The black stranger will be less intelligent than the white. In such encounters, therefore, for example at a government office, you will, on average, be dealt with more competently by a white than by a black. And if you don't believe me, go and try and renew your license. if that hostility-based magnifying effect, paragraph 8, is also in play, you will be dealt with more politely too. He actually referenced it himself. The DMV lady is a statistical truth, not a myth.
Yes, it is.
13. In that pool of 40 million, there are nevertheless many intelligent and well-socialized blacks. As I said, he's a fucking conservative. I'll use IWSB as an ad hoc abbreviation. You should consciously seek opportunities to make friends with IWSBs. Nah. In addition
Fucking cock.
he's a conservative. In addition to the ordinary pleasures of friendship, you will gain an amulet against potentially career-destroying accusations of prejudice. My black friend!
Mom,
My black
that-
friend!
yep,
Pat Nigger.
exactly. Become friends just to use them as a tool. How
But I have a black
fantastic.
friend.
But
Don't
I have
rape
a
and
black
murder
friend,
me.
I'm not racist.
We're on your side. We're on your side.
Just remember that they fucking put him through the grinder for this article, and it's pretty fucking milquetoast. Now it gets a bit harsh in that segment. Where
Milk toast to us, but to normies, this is pretty extreme.
yeah, this is pretty extreme. The normies, but this section here, section 10, like that he's being too honest about blacks, and that's what he got in trouble for.
Well, honesty is fucking anathema to normies.
14.
No, it's not. It's not an anathema to normies. It's anathema to Jews.
Now,
Same
Tolan
thing,
asks, how did it work for him? Well, here's the thing. John Derbyshire was already in semi-retirement. He said he had a full career, and being dismissed from what was that fucking place again? National Review. Getting fired by his Jew boss in National Review didn't really hurt him because he's already the dude was at the end of his career. So
Yeah, he had one foot out the door and a retirement plan
Yeah.
already waiting for him.
So this didn't hurt him as much as they'd like to hurt him. But if he'd just been starting out, if he was a fresh-faced journalist and wrote this, then yeah, it would
published.
have ruined his life. Well, it got published on Tacky Magazine and only on Tacky Magazine, so...
It would have been anywhere if he was just trying to go, if he didn't already have
I think
some
this
clout.
article is the only time that the mainstream press has actually acknowledged that Tacky Mag exists.
Yeah, just to fuck someone over.
Be aware, however, that there is an issue of supply and demand here. Demand comes from organisations and businesses keen to display racial propriety by employing IWSBs, especially in positions at the interface with the general public. Corporate sales reps, TV news presenters, press officers for government agencies, etc., with corresponding depletion in less visible positions. There is also strong private demand from middle and upper class whites for personal bonds with IWSBs, for reasons given in the previous paragraph, and also, next paragraph, as status markers. So he does acknowledge that my black friend is literally like a fucking status talisman.
Yeah.
15. Unfortunately, the demand is greater than the supply. So IWSBs are something of a luxury good, like antique furniture or corporate jets. Boasted of by upper-class whites and wealthy organisations, coveted by the less prosperous. To be an IWSB in present-day US society is a height of felicity, rarely before attained by any group of human beings in history. Please note that there is absolutely no mention of the Jews in this article. Try to curb your envy. It will be taken as prejudice. See paragraph 13. You don't have to follow my version of the talk point for point, but if you're white or Asian and have kids, you owe it them to give them some version of the talk. It will save them a lot of time and trouble figuring things out for themselves. It may save their lives.
Oh, absolutely.
So that, ladies and gentlemen, was the talk, non-black edition. I do find it hilarious now, the fact that at the very start of the article, we tried to follow up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black authors writing about the talk, and none of these exist on the internet anymore. And yet, in a totally canned question that was handed to Biden like a fucking wrapped Christmas present, they brought up the talk, but we can't read about the talk. The talk is no longer up on the mainstream media. And yet They asked Biden that question anyway, and Biden, of course, was familiar with... He knew exactly what the moderator was talking about. Yeah, right. Because, like, they totally didn't fucking... engineer that one.
You know, this whole article can be summed up in one sentence: avoid blacks.
Avoid blacks.
Whenever possible.
That is the you know, that's the Cliff Notes version of the talk on
when,
black version.
Around black,
never
Around
relax.
blacks, never relax. Avoid. And that's pretty much it. You know, I can't help but get the impression that it's really hate white people.
You think?
Yeah.
That's just canard going. Just a canard. Anti-Semitic canard. A
Yeah.
troll.
They literally refer to us as what was it? What was it in their biblical?
How is this different than Catboy Cammy putting shoe polish on his face and screaming black people?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, that's true. That is funny. That's okay.
That's
You
funny,
got me
but
there.
didn't hurt
Cliff.
anyone.
I asked for a difference, and you identified one. Well done. You got me there. All right.
Well, you know, white society won't survive unless they learn to be multicultural.
Exactly. Oh God, we're going into a multicultural mode. Europe must go. Without this transformation, Europe will not survive. I'm Barbara Lerner Spectre.
You know, survived thousands of years of plagues and horrible winters and Muslim invasions, but no, yeah.
Oh, by the way, we went and looked this up a little while ago. Barbara Lerner Spectre is still doing what she does. She just doesn't do public stuff
Of
anymore.
course she is.
Because she became a
years
meme.
ago.
She became a meme, so they stopped putting her in front of a camera. But she's still working away in.
Oh
in a
God, they
position.
learned to.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
stops
yeah,
don't
there was
stop. They
something.
just shuffled her out of the camera's gaze.
Yeah.
No, they actually had her back in like a fucking thing in Israel. There was like a seminar in Israel. Remember Red Ice doing something about that.
Oh Jesus! So what? Were
Yeah,
they
that's how-
congratulating her or castigating her? Because like, you know, it's like, oh, you've done
partially
some really good work
congratulating her.
in Israel, there, Barbara.
Partially congratulating her, but more along shifting her around to work on something.
That's
There.
how all like businesses in America work.
She had a meeting
especially
with the
in retail.
Rothschilds. I'm not the least bit surprised.
Where when managers up, they just get transferred.
Yep.
Yeah, I tossed it in chat, Rand. You can click that.
Yep. Oh, we've also got this. Sakil said most of these songs here. Has it been archived?
That's the old
Persian bacon.
Raveable.com, but they've updated.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yes, they've got a lot more new. They got the
Are they
Walt
like
Disney stuff too.
Are they like capable? I don't know why they decided to
It's
call
the same
themselves
site.
capable. Oh, it's the
It's
same
the same
site.
site, but they've just updated it. Yeah,
Memes. Oh my god! You know, let me bookmark this immediately. So
They've
Argent
done it.
Argent Beacon.
done a better job now. Yeah,
They've got all the good. Excellent.
Yep. Yeah.
See, that's what we need out there. We need the lads having a bit of agency and making sure that this stuff can still be found. Good work.
yeah. Well, I
Good job,
went to that
Tego.
site again, and this is how it is now. So
Has Ralph has Ralph started his is the BoJack Horseman 24-hour theme started yet? Or
Wait, he was doing that?
well, actually, with the election, he's been starting earlier. We're still gonna do this one. But I'm just
Well, he hasn't taken a break. He's been doing streaming every day.
oh shit, he is actually. He must have just started. Yeah,
did.
Yeah, he's doing the BoJack
that's not
Horseman thing.
BoJack, is it?
Yeah, he's just started.
He always plays the BoJack Horseman theme, and I've just had this progressive
Like
joke
20
about how the
minutes.
BoJack Horseman theme like just becomes incredibly absurdly long in length. He's only playing the 7-hour version as the intro this time too.
It feels like it, man.
Hey, look, you may complain that my intros are 10 minutes long, but at least I remix it every time and try and put something
That
new
is
and funny
fair.
in there.
Yeah.
Thank
is
God.
true.
But my favorite bit of the pre-show is putting together the intro. The guy. They're gonna love this one. They're gonna love this one. I always try and put something fresh and new in there because I love you.
Aw.
Love you too, Rand. It reminds me of a guy who had like a bear account on Twitter who every time he came back, it's like, I'm back, motherfuckers. And he had like a Let's Go rap song playing with a bunch of different like dancing clips in the background from like retards dancing to like the guy with Israeli, like the flag on his back, dancing, the tiny hat, and just a
when
bunch
the
of different clips. It was good. Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Oh, paramedics fired up. Paramedic, poor old paramedic. Still stuck in the kosher sandwich, are we? Can't wait for the kill stream. Woohoo, Trump Vince, Pennsylvania. Let's go! Let's go give Israel exactly what they want.
Remember, I just sent you an article where someone was forced to resign because they questioned the election.
Jesus Christ, so they're firing people now.
Yeah.
Yep. Welcome to the current fucking state of play. You get fired for not supporting BLM. You get fired for saying, goodness me, there's been some gosh darn shenanigans with this election.
Estonia's far-right minister resigns over Biden remarks.
Oh, you think the election's rigged, do you? Well, time to destroy your fucking life.
So give me a break over Trump. If they're forcing people...
Paramedic said it was sarcasm. Okay, thank God. Thank God.
It's fucking horrifying the way that they managed to take. The 2016 election was hacked. To suddenly, the 2020 election is sacrosanct and never could have been hacked by anything ever. Fuck you.
This was in Estonia. A minister had to retire in Estonia for saying the US elections look sketchy.
Yes.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. All right. Look.
Give me a break. Biden is so in.
All right. Let's. Yeah. No. It's happening. Unfortunately, team.
I think they're trying to make more chaos.
I wish I wasn't right. Look,
they go back and forth.
We've said this is great. Sweep is right. This happened in Copenhagen.
Copenhagen. Oh.
That's the good thing about Copenhagen is it's wintergreen, so it lasts forever.
Copenhagen really is a global city these days, isn't it?
I wonder what my friends back in Dildoween would think of this alternative right.
Hello, I'm Jared Taylor, editor of American Renaissance. About racial differences in intelligence.
That ending! Oh, that got me. That came out of nowhere. Oh, no.
Hello, I'm Jared Taylor, editor of American Renaissance, and I would like to talk to you about racial differences in intelligence.
Curious.
I would like to know more.
Thank you.
I hope so.
Someone said Mr. Taylor in the chat. Doesn't Jared Taylor have a doctorate? Isn't it Dr. Jared Taylor?
Don't know.
Don't call him Mr. He's a doctor.
Yeah. Dr. Jared Taylor.
Dr. Jared Taylor. Yeah. He ain't Mr. Taylor. That's Dr. Taylor to you, Sonny Jim.
You should have a knighthood.
Yeah, but Sir Taylor.
And at least he's not too much of a to push you on it, too. Push you on, don't call me Mr., call me Doctor.
No,
he's cool with it.
He's too busy talking to Japanese interviewers and getting them to nod along as he explains what.
Oh,
Japanese girls slaver.
Very interesting.
Oh, naruhodo.
Not to be allowing the blacks in Japan.
Naruhodo.
At first he sounded extreme, but I listened to him and found myself nodding more and more. That's literally what one of the reporters said.
But it wasn't the blacks, it was the we should worry.
That's literally the things he goes I'd heard that he was very extreme and hateful, yet as he spoke I found myself nodding more and more. That's literally what
it makes sense.
He makes a lot of sense.
Completely on board.
Thank you so much, Grant. Today was a great show.
I'm very proud of this. I think this is the best stream I've done. I've done a lot of streaming this weekend, and this is actually this turned out. I thought it was just going to sort of not be that, sort of just going to sort of coast through it. This ended up being my best stream of the weekend.
You haven't streamed for a week, haven't you? Almost several days.
I've been streaming every day. I feel like I've my entire week almost over, and I spent all of it streaming.
Entropy notifications screwed me again.
Oh my god! That's why that's why we have a schedule.
Yeah.
Look, the boy was just born like 2 days ago, so sorry.
Hey, look,
congrats.
priorities, man, priorities. You gotta.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations, by the way.
Well, I've got some info. I got some investigation to do before I get too celebrated. But other than that,
Wait, what? What color did he come out?
Oh, he's white. It's a white baby. It's just it's like black. It's black hair baby. Like I was born blonde and other stuff. Like okay.
Wait, were you one of the people who like? Did you like lighten up as you got older? Like, did you have like
I
darker
think
hair?
I had black hair
I
when
had
was
dark
born,
hair.
too.
I had light hair when I was a baby. I darkened a little bit when I got older.
Yeah, same
Mine
thing
got
happened to
lighter,
me. I look at these. I look at these photos of me, and like when I'm a handsome young little lad, like I'm strawberry blonde, and now I'm sort of like ashy blonde. Still blonde though. Still counts.
I had white blonde, but I don't get a lot of sun anymore, so it's darkened down to like a brown color at this point.
Yeah.
But I would probably, if I got a lot of sun now, I'd probably get it back to like a sandy color.
I'm like a human kaleidoscope. My hair is like typically actually light brown. You know, when I was a kid, it was like fucking pure blondes. My eyes are turquoise.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. I look at these little pictures of when I'm a little
Turquoise.
kid, and like I won't say exactly what eye color, but I started off with a white person eye color, and then my eyes changed to a different color, but it's still a white person eye color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still counts. It ain't brown, and like isn't it kind of sad when you think about 90% of the human beings walking this planet have brown skin, brown eyes, brown hair, and they can tell us we need more diversity. We're the only people on this planet who have any goddamn color.
There's brown eyes and there's black eyes. I mean, let's be real.
Yep.
Hey, Southern Dingo says, "Oh, is Rambot streaming while Ralph is streaming?" I was literally going to get out of here, but then they kept sending me shekels. So we are actually at our endpoint, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I wanted to ask, did you guys, I'm guessing you probably watched today's TDS, right?
No, I'm saving that for work tomorrow.
The suggestion for content, they opened up something called the 100 Things Trump Did for Israel. I think you should open up that list.
Yeah,
whatever
there's
website it is.
TDS.
All right. Well, we'll do that tomorrow then. For the Borga stream. After tomorrow's kill stream, I'll do the Borga stream, and now, due to the way like the time. Due to daylight savings time, I'm thinking that I might actually have to tread on. I might have to tread on Ralph's toes and like start the Borga stream before he's finished, because otherwise, like I'm only gonna like have like an hour before I have to get in the car for Borga. So we'll see how that goes. But we'll of course announce it on Twitter when I'm going live, and yeah. Oh, look at Southern Dingo there in the chat paying me compliments. Keep streaming, Rand. No, it's time.
Rambot's great and Ralph.
Oh, that's his opinion. I would never deny a man his opinions. All right, but it is time for us to get out of here, team, and